Hello, everyone, and welcome back after a long, over 30-day hiatus. But guess what?
Yeah.
It's time to go. Time to go.
Where?
Time to go to the Aftershow, Nola.
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite place.
Here we are.
That's my favorite place to be in my spare time.
Yeah, right here, right now, fresh off of the assembly line on Curse of Strahd, episode 20, after going through and murdering a minimal amount of werewolves.
Yeah. So episode 19 got obliterated.
Yeah.
But, it's not the worst thing in the world because the majority of episode 19 was just planning.
Mm-hmm.
We literally spent over half the session just planning the attack to make sure everything would work. And that kind of paid off.
I mean, yeah, just spending. There's a reason why it's a meme that's like D&D and parties just spending like hours and hours and hours planning, and then the thing that they're planning takes like 10 minutes to do. Because like when you have these big moments, because in D&D everything's permanent, So if something like when you're doing something major, you want to make sure that that the deck is stacked in your favor, because there's no loading quick saves in D&D. At least
unless people retcon, which I don't know.
There is a time and a place for that.
There's a time and a place for it, but the majority of the time you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. For the most part, everything you do in D&D, everything you do in D&D is permanent, mistakes and all, and that's part of the magic of this game. And you planned, you came, you saw, you conquered, and Zuleika is now the alpha.
Yeah.
And gave her fancy smanchy.
We didn't have to kill any of the puppies.
None of the dogs died.
Yeah. All the good boys.
Yeah. Not through lack of trying from Ismark and Irina. I think though. I think they both stabbed the doggies, but they didn't die. Yeah. And all the dog lovers out there, the people that just like cannot handle like dog death in media, their safety blankets can stay on.
They are okay.
Yes. And isn't that what's important?
Mm-hmm. Now, people, on the other hand.
Yeah, no. They can, totally different thing. They can get thrown out windows, killed, murdered, and a whole bunch of other horrible things. And
zombie hordes taking over.
Yeah, zombie hordes taking over the world doesn't nearly impact you emotionally as much as watching a dog die.
I know.
That's weird.
I know.
But dogs are so
Speaking
innocent.
of, I know, we like puppies. I like puppies.
I like puppies too.
Yeah, but speaking of the zombie apocalypse, after Zuleika declared herself as the alpha, she showed up and was like, "What's up?
Mm-hmm.
Cyril's dead. I'm the one in charge now. So we can have an election, but I'm the only person on the ballot."
Yeah.
And if you don't like that,
watch what's about to happen.
Get out.
And then she killed Cyril's mate. Gotta love that silver sword skewer. It's the most recognizable and delicacy food item on the Barovian menu. The werewolf silver skewer.
Oh yeah, tasty.
If we ever make a cookbook for roll call, we'll have to add that on it.
Right.
I've actually been getting into a lot of culinary explanations in my games, and for the most part, people seem to be really into it.
Oh my gosh, Goodberry tarts.
Yeah, remember Goodberry tarts? Yeah, like that would be on there. In the Fortunes and Fables campaign, it was like Tristan's like the Ash Grove chili. Yeah, which is like the half-orc communal like hot pot that they just throw all like the vegetables and meats that are gonna spoil, and then they boil it up and serve it to everyone as like a communal meal.
Oh my gosh! At some point, like throughout the history of roll call, we're gonna have enough like foods to create a cookbook. That's our new goal. That's our new side hustle that we're gonna do.
Yeah, support us on Kickstarter
Yay!
That's what we kickstart.
Our cookbook, because that's what everyone asked for.
Yeah, and at the very, very, very end is just like Vampire's Delight, and the only ingredient is just a person.
So tasty.
So,
Ideally you would have a person with peak health, but whichever one you can find, it will work.
Poor Kretsk. Poor
Poor Kretsk, yeah.
No one really knows.
There's a lot of vampire delights over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of vampire delights over there, and you saw a little bit of the aftermath, but I was really, surprised is the wrong word. I am delighted. That is a better word. I am delighted at...
delighted that a whole village is gonna die?
No, I'm delighted watching Serena change. Like, it's hard to express. Clearly, she is still making the best of a bad situation kind of a person. She is still in service to everyone around her, but as from the other side of the table, and not really knowing where, generally, but when these dilemmas are placed in front of Serena, I really there's no right answer. There is no right, no matter what. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's pluses and minuses on both sides. And she chose, I think, the much more pragmatic approach, and that is, if I go here, we are placing everyone that can make a difference in danger. And that is worth more, in her mind, than the lives of the people in the village, which is still intense. That is really intense.
It's still a horrible decision to make, but... Yeah, if you had given this kind of situation to Serena, beginning of the campaign Serena, I think she would have been so optimistic, and so hopeful and so innocent to think that oh no, let's go rescue the village. All the people they're gonna get attacked by all these people, and if we go there, we might be able to defend them all together. That type of thing.
Yep.
And even though she would know that she's putting her friends in danger, she would think, a very optimistic and hopeful, even naive way of thinking that maybe we might be able to do it,
That's interesting. So you, Nola, would classify Serena as naive at the very beginning, her jovial, hopeful self.
A little bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, Serena in the beginning of the campaign had never been on any adventures. She's never had any real experience, never had any real strife either. Never really suffered anything. She was just a happy girl, and she had a very, if there's a problem, that's okay. We can solve it. And she never had to deal with any serious life or death problems. So,
and that's daily.
Now it's every day she has to deal with that. And Serena has definitely changed over the course of the campaign, because the more and more that she's had to deal with these kinds of situations, the more she realizes that she's not as strong as she thinks she is. She's not able to help everybody, and she knows what the stakes are now, and she knows, how powerful Strahd is, that he is confident enough to toy with her, and she knows that the only chance to both save themselves and the rest of the people in the entire land is their group. Their group has the best chance to stop Strahd. And even though it's horrible, it means that she needs to keep her group alive.
Yeah.
So, and putting them into unnecessary danger, it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah, she's the leader. She and that's I used a term in this game. I started calling her Commander, because that's basically what she is, and it goes back to my Mass Effect background, and just always thinking about just
Commander Shepard.
Yeah, Commander Shepard, and the suicide, specifically Mass Effect 2, and the suicide mission at the very end, and I just thought it just naturally came out of me. It's what are you doing, Commander? Because the party's basically finished. This is the A-team,
except for Casimir.
Except for Casimir. Who is still sitting alone at the top of a mountain.
He's still you know what? They haven't come back in a few days. Are they alive?
Yeah. No one knows.
I'm never gonna forget.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna
Casimir. Never forget. Is there anyone else or anything else, any other force that you can think of that you'd want to bring with you on your raid to Castle Ravenloft?
I mean, if we can get the abbot on board, that'd be pretty convenient. Because I know he's powerful. But,
back to Kretsk you go.
Back to Kretsk we go. But yeah, no, Kretsk is dead.
Yeah, Barovia isn't a happy place, and Strahd's done playing. Yeah,
He's done playing. He wants Irina.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Serena. She's had to push herself through so much, like in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
You know, for us, it's been months.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
For Serena, it's only been a few days.
Yeah, and she's basically been killing herself, like pushing through all of this horror and trying to get to the end and constantly being hunted. Like, she is never getting a point to breathe. And in the midst of all that is inter-party drama.
Oh my gosh. What a transition.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
It is what it is. A lot can happen in the trenches.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ismark, in particular, is also very, very, very lost in all of this and really has no idea what the heck he's doing. He is, like...
just bumbling.
Yeah,
along.
yeah, he is bumbling like a moron, and he is not. I would say he's not handling things very well.
Yeah. I would say he's not handling things very well either.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Like, this is all so new to him, like, and he doesn't know what to do with himself, and
I know.
And also everyone doesn't really know what to do with him. Yeah, it's turned. It's kind of flipped a little bit. It was like this kind of like enduring thing that popped up every once in a while. And now it seems like it's just always on his mind. I feel like more than anyone right now, he is the one that feels the most lost. He doesn't know how to feel about anything. He doesn't know how responsible he should feel about his people, about what the decisions his father made. He doesn't know how to handle this budding romantic feeling that he's getting in his heart towards Serena. He doesn't know how to express it.
And he doesn't know how to handle that either.
Yeah. He is just bumbling about. I think, like,
and the thing is, here's an awkward thing that I've thought about him more than once. He's the weakest member of the party, and he's been the weakest member of the party for a long time. Even Irina might be a more useful party member than him at this point.
Yeah, he had that. Yeah, he was an early game NPC.
He was an early game NPC,
yeah.
And he didn't level.
Yeah, and after he got that spear, it was like a big power spike, and then it's been a rough patch ever since.
Yeah, I remember. Was this episode 19 where Serena told him what his father told her?
Oh yeah, that was important. A little bit.
That was kind of important because she told him, you know, basically that, hey, your father, before he died, he told me to take care of you, make sure you were okay. And then he tried to do some weird thing.
Yeah, well,
I think he tried to go in for a kiss, but it was such an awkward moment, like such an awkward time to try to do that because first of all, they're walking down the road.
Yeah.
And two, the whole party's like right behind them.
Yeah.
And then he trying to do this lean thing, and then she like rolled an insight and it was really bad, and it was just one of the most awkward things I've ever experienced.
Yeah, and I remember that. Yeah, and that was when he had the conversation with you about responsibility and where he fits in all of this. And this is just my my assumption, because again, like, I may be the DM, but I am figuring out these realizations in real time with these characters. And I think slowly but surely, like you said, like, he's kind of in the middle. He's realizing he doesn't fit anywhere. And that isn't a good feeling.
Well, it's not that he doesn't fit anywhere, is that he does, you know what? It's more that if you have like a puzzle, there is no good spot for him to place himself. Like, I mean, at first, early in the campaign, he was kind of a frontliner fighter type, and he, as far as like battling mechanics was, but like in like the role of the party in the beginning was, you know, he was the older brother, the protector of his sister.
Yeah. And now
he
has everyone else doing that.
Everyone can do that for him.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I know what it is. He has experienced through failure after failure.
Mm-hmm.
He failed his people because they're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
He failed his sister because he put her in danger by telling Strahd where she was.
Mm-hmm.
And now he used to be like her protector, but he doesn't fill that role anymore.
Mm-hmm.
At least not really.
Yeah.
So he hasn't really had a win but like he had that win. No, he hasn't had a win.
Yeah, and then
a long time.
To top it all off, Serena had to save his life
multiple times.
Yeah, but
because from Beatrice, she's had to save him.
Yeah, I'm talking specifically about that one.
You know what? Yeah, his father is dead because of him.
Yeah, so
yeah, like father's dead, people's dead.
I think we figured it out. Ismark has lost all of his confidence.
You know what? I think that's it.
Yeah.
He has no confidence anymore.
Yeah, he's lost. Like he was brash and overly confident, but now he's failed so much that confidence is just gone. And thus now he seems like a bumbling buffoon because that strength and that drive to go forward was driven by his confidence that he could do it. And now he doesn't think that he can. We figured it out.
Right.
Yeah, we
figured it out. Yay,
yeah.
Talking.
Yeah, we figured it out.
But yeah, because I'm like, he used to lead forward, and now it seems like we're dragging him.
Yeah, and
along for the ride.
And it totally makes sense why.
Yeah, because he's just lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, Serena and other people have been the reason why there's anything left at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, no matter how much he tries, it's just anything he does, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. And so he's
lost his confidence now.
Yeah.
And which is why I think he's become even more awkward.
Yeah.
Than he was before.
Because before he could at least state what he thought and go forward and be
do
that
actions.
Yeah, which in a backward way was inspiring. For everyone, that no fear approach, and that's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, he's lost his confidence. That's so sad.
That's so sad.
And I don't think anyone's picked up on that. I think everyone has been so busy living, just surviving, that no one has really realized that Ismark.
He's changed too.
Yeah.
Not just Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Serena's not the only one that's changed.
Mm-hmm.
Ismark's changed too.
Yeah. And yeah, everyone has changed so much, but Ismark, he's lost the drive that inspired everyone around him.
Right.
And
now he's just following Serena.
Yeah. Hence why he seems so down the middle. Man, that is tragic.
We figured it out.
Yeah. But
yeah,
at least there is a reason, and not we just forgot about him. But
you forgot.
Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Like I said, like we're discovering this as we're going too. But wow, that is a crazy realization.
Yeah, and Serena doesn't know how to feel about Ismark and now Esmeralda.
Yeah, and now she isn't getting time to think about herself either.
Yeah, even Serena still isn't really having much time to process all of it either, because they're just going go.
Yeah, yep. There's no time to stop, no time to rest, no time to contemplate how you feel, what you feel, why you're feeling it, and just really come to terms with anything. It's just I need to live, and what I'm doing is helping my friends live, and I need to get back home. There's never been a moment of downtime except for when her body forced it on her and she passed out from a high fever and almost died.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only time in this entire campaign that she has had a moment of rest was when her body was like, no, this is literally our limit.
You are done.
Yes. You are literally dying.
If you keep going, you die.
Yes, exactly.
So many things going on, like, Strahd constantly chasing them. Now we have a zombie apocalypse to deal with, and and she's having to deal with so many emotional, like really high emotional things and ethical dilemmas that she's had to deal with, just one after another, that she doesn't have enough time to process like all of that either. Like,
yeah, I sense some massive PTSD for her in the future.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take a long time for her to recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rimmel will do her some good.
There's so much to do, and you're on the march to Ravenloft, and probably the most intricate dungeon that I have ever read through.
Great.
So, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared just because of how old the Amber Temple got so quickly, and Castle Ravenloft is just that times like a trillion.
The two things I already know are at Castle Ravenloft are Deanna and Beatrice, unless they accompanied Strahd out with the zombie army.
Well, you know that Beatrice didn't, because she was left behind with the contraption.
Because she killed Ismark's father.
Yeah.
So she's in the castle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. She'll be fun to talk to.
It'd be kind of a one-sided conversation, though.
Yeah.
Well, I think, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about with all of us?
I think there was, but honestly, we can end it here. Nothing major. Yeah.
Yep. All this and more. This after show basically became a character analysis of Ismark. But
yeah,
hey,
right.
That's what happened, and I'm really glad that we did that. Like I think that like that is just a great realization that both of us came to, because I didn't really think about that until
I didn't think about. I'm not in detail. Like I sensed it, I could feel it, but I wasn't 100%.
We both knew that something was happening, but couldn't quite put our finger on it until we really started taking it apart, and that's really cool. I think few other games like D&D can lead you in situations where you're going to need to do that.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see where all that goes next time. But thank you everyone so much for watching this little after show. If you liked what you saw and you want to tune into these games live, tune in every other Saturday. For the most part, this past few streams, it's been kind of weird. But
the holiday schedule is going to be weird.
Yeah. But we will try our best to stream Curse of Strahd every other week. It may not land on the same day necessarily, but we're going to do our best.
Honestly, by the time that this comes out, will it be? Who knows? Who knows?
we don't know.
Who knows?
Tune in, subscribe, follow us on Twitch if you want to see when our Curse of Strahd stuff goes live. And if you like what you saw here, subscribe to our YouTube channel where we upload all kinds of unique content and things. And thank you everyone so much for watching. I had a lot of fun.
Me too.
Good night, everyone.